Okay, I'm here with head coach Mark Hall, a 52-21 victory against Shorter on homecoming. You guys advanced to 3-0 Conference Carolinas play. Coach, your initial thoughts from today's victory?
I'm happy for the win. Proud of the guys for, coming out and playing. Something we talked about this morning and Friday. It was starting the game fast. Something we absolutely have not done all season long. I told the team yesterday, 2 out of the 6 games we've been leading after the first quarter. The other 4 we've either been tied or losing after the first quarter. So we just haven't played well in the first quarter. So to come out and score 21, I think it was 21-0 at the end of the first quarter, I thought that was great. I thought they handled the conditions really well. Guys walking around the building yesterday, I don't think anybody was happy that it was going to be raining all day, but we shut that down really fast and told the guys to get their minds right and focus on what had to happen. I think this team's on a mission to accomplish a lot, and we couldn't let the situation with the elements get in the way of that.
Jacob? Hi, Coach. Jacob Husson with the Robossonian. My question is, you guys scored over 30 points for the 5th time this season. What's been the key to the offensive success overall?
I think it's been team success. It's something we thrive or stress a lot, is just playing 3-phase team football.
Right.
We have a lot of really good players on the offensive side, guys that can make plays. But the defense does a great job getting us the ball. They defensively scored today. Special teams, we had a 90-some yard kickoff return that set up an easy touchdown. I think the offense has done some good things, but it's certainly all of us that contribute to the scoreboard.
Okay, thank you.
Trey, another big offensive game today over 350 all-purpose yards and 5 touchdowns. The last 2 weeks he's had some big offensive performances. What have you liked out of him?
I honestly think it was Trey's best game of the season. I admittedly was a little worried about Trey coming into the game because of the weather. He has not in the past shown that he can handle the wet football very well. But Trey's played great throughout the year. He's gotten better each week. I've said this to you guys before. He does a lot of things that keep me up at night, and I get a little frustrated with him on the sideline. But honestly, I don't think there was one time today that I had to pull him to the side and be like, dude, what are you doing? He obviously missed a couple throws. That's football. Physical things are going to happen. But I thought he executed the game plan almost flawlessly. For him to have 0 turnovers, one in any kind of game, whether it's 65 and sunny or especially when the conditions aren't conducive, I thought he did a great job with ball security. And to have almost 300 yards passing when it is wet out there to throw 4 touchdowns is great.
Your big 3 receivers all had a good game, but Q Kennedy in particular, 2 touchdowns, 118 yards. Probably one of his best, if not his best game of the year as well.
Yeah, it's funny it worked out for Q that way, because I think Q was the most folded yesterday when the weather was what it was, because, with Q, he's, I don't want to say he can't do other things, but like with Albright, we use him in the Wildcat. With Malik, we use him for jet sweeps and do other things. And, when it's a rain game, we can put Albright in the Wildcat. We can do jet sweeps. With Q, he's kind of reliant on the passing game. But I thought he handled it really well. And obviously the ball was finding him a lot, which was great. And, he's a heck of a player. And, I think all 3 of those guys, I think they're number 1, 2, and 3 in Conference Carolinas in receiving, and week in, week out, they're a tough matchup. It makes our offense go, and 2 weeks in a row, they all 3 scored a touchdown, which is great.
And then Justin Foreman did a lot for you, a lot of different things good for you defensively.
Yeah, Justin Foreman's a ball player. Having him back this year has been huge. He ended up getting hurt last year. He's a guy that transferred here with us from Chowan. He had a really good 23 season for us, and then had season-ending shoulder injury last year and only played in like 2 games. But he does so much for us. He blitzes. He covers really well. I think our 3 safeties have been phenomenal, and I think they show up. And it's funny, when I talk to opposing coaches prior to the game, they always seem to bring up our defensive team speed and our safety play. And Foreman's a big part of that. Marquise Raspberry's a big part of that. Britton Pasco's a big part of that. And, I think we've been playing really good team defense.
Taylor Harris had a good get back in today, kicking extra points and making a field goal. What do you like out of special teams?
Yeah, he's been phenomenal. The kickoffs especially, when you can get several touchbacks, it's been big, and he's been money for the most part on field goals. I think just our special teams in general have been really good. I think Coach Fryerson's been doing a great job with that. We challenge them every week to try to make an impact play. Getting, I don't know how many touchbacks, 5 or 6 touchbacks is big. We had the long kickoff return by Marcucci at the end. We've had a couple games where he's had some big returns. Obviously, we had a punt block a couple weeks ago. We had a punt today by Marley where we pinned him inside, I think on the 1 or 2 yard line. That was big time. So I think our special teams, I think our guys are really bought into it. And the big thing is, I think if you look out there, our best players play special teams. It's easy for a lot of teams and coaches to say, hey, our best players are going to play on special teams. And then we get in the game and you put your second and third string linebacker or safety or receiver in. Our starters are out there. It doesn't matter if we're first kick or we're up 40. Malik Brown runs down on kickoffs. Our best players on defense are on all our special teams. I think that's why we show up and we make plays.
All right, that's it. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, Q Kennedy, another big game today. 7 catches, 118 yards. Another 2 touchdown game. Again, what was this going right for you out there?
I think the ball was finding me. I was catching the ball in the backfield a lot of the times. The boys, they was blocked on the perimeter. I was finding gaps.
Jacob Usman, Robesonian. Did you see anything in the defensive schemes or what the quarterbacks or safeties were doing that you could exploit and escape them from?
Yeah, so they just wasn't moving. When I was going in motion, they wasn't moving, so I was just catching it and running.
Gotcha. Thank you.
We talked about it this week, but, in games like this, how much fun is it when everything's just clicking between quarterback and wide receiver?
Yeah, the game fun because me, Albright, and Malik, we actually be out there trying to compete for who get the next touchdown so we can do the dance. Whoever can do the dance.
Coach talked about getting off to a fast start. Your 2 touchdowns were early in the game, so how big was that for y'all, getting off to the fast start that you did?
That was real big. We told Trey before the game, we've been starting out slow, so we need to come out and score first.
And then you got your family here today?
Yes, sir.
How much fun was that?
Oh, yeah.
A game like that?
Oh yeah, it's fun when you got a fan here. I told them it's gonna be raining. They still came. That's love, man. That's love.
All right, that's it. Thank you, Q.
Appreciate it.
Okay, I'm here with quarterback Trey Robinson, 296 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns, 65 rushing yards, and a touchdown. Another big game for you offensively. Same kind of question we had for Q. What was going right for you out there today?
I think everything was going right. The defense, we knew exactly what they were going to do. So just being able to go out there and execute, especially it starts in practice. I feel like I had my best week of practice this week. So just going out there after a good week of preparation, it definitely feels good.
Then Coach Hall said this was probably your best game of the year. Just hearing praise from Coach like that, especially when we're midway through the season. How important is it to start having performances like this?
It's very important, especially that we're in conference play, because these are the games that really matter, especially as we get to our goal, because we want to be champs. So it means a lot, but I know that I continue to have to build off of this, and I can't have a slow week next week.
All right. Jacob Usman from the Robesonian. Obviously, another strong game for all you guys tonight. How much would you say chemistry with Q, Malik, and the entire receiving corps plays into how strongly y'all's passing game is played?
It's very big, because I hang out with those guys outside of practice and stuff. So any chance I get to hang with them, we're together. So being able to just know that I can lean on him to make a play for me, all of them is very important. It's very amazing.
Thank you.
We talked about it before during the broadcast, but Malik Brown doesn't have a whole lot of catches, but he's got a lot of yards. How much fun is it to make those connections with him on those deep passes?
Man, Malik is probably the fastest player I ever played with, ever. So, and honestly, I keep underthrowing him. It's very unfortunate, but, it's fun playing with Malik. He stretches the field, and I just love having him out there. I love having all of them out there.
And then preparation, North Greenville this week, how does that look?
Again, we know that kind of going into other big games, we know that, maybe they're a quality opponent, we're a quality opponent, so we know that this has to be a big week of practice, and we can't let up, especially after a dominating dub like this.
All righty, that's it. Thanks, Joe. Okay, I'm here with Jaden Baptist. According to box, first time we've had a player finish with this stat line, 14 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss and a fumble recovery. So this kind of stuff, the stat sheet today, everything was clicking. How much fun was it to have a game like that?
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even know how to make tackles until I got back to the locker room. My team came up to me, they was like, "You got 15 tackles." I was like, "What?" But I'm not like, it's fun out there on the field, especially with the personnel we got out there. All of us really click together. It's really like the DBs, they all click, and then they come to linebackers, we all laugh and joke, and we all click as one. It's really fun out there.
And then Eric Ivory moved to linebacker room this week.
Oh yeah, we moved him. We moved him from after last week of playing Erskine. He played really well. I like playing with him. He's more agile in the box with me. So me and him in the box, I feel like the run impossible.
Jacob Usson, Robesonian. Obviously, you had a fumble recovery today. I'm just wondering, like, what goes through your mind when you see that ball hit the ground and you're like, I gotta pounce on this.
Hey, well, I saw that ball after Keith had made the hit, and I just dove on it. Like, coach be telling us to scoop and score, but I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes when you see that ball, you just gotta dive on it. I be getting so excited when I just dove on it.
Another big defensive day today, but how important is it to sustain this high level of play going in deep into the season?
It's very important, actually. If you've seen like how my stats are, I low-key been on like a little like downfall after like little concussion process, but I mean I fought back. You feel me? I got my groove back, and hopefully next game I keep it going. My defense leans on me, and I lean on them, so they surround me while I surround them.
All right, that's it. Thank you, Baptist. All righty, last but not least, I'm here with Justin Foreman. 8 tackles today, 2.5 tackles for a loss, and had a big pick 6 to open up the third quarter. A really dominant game for you. Just walk us through that performance.
So, I mean, it started really preparation. Like, Mondays, film study. Like, Tuesdays, all film study. Like, we get in the lab, we get out to practice, we walk through it. Like, it's just preparation of film.
We've been, waiting around for an interception from you this season. You've been close on a couple, but how exciting was it to get one, then obviously bring it back for a house call?
I mean, it felt good. I mean, getting a pick, that's a good experience, but, like, going to the crib with it, like, that's what you need. Pick 6, it's always a good feeling. It's always take the ball back home, go home to the family.
There you go.
Jacob Usson, Robesonian. How much easier is it as a defensive player when the offense has got it going like that?
I mean, really, it's really easy. I mean, when the offense, they score quick. I mean, we go back on the field, we hold them, get quick stops, quick drives. I mean, that helps a lot. And us getting quick stops helps put the offense in a better position. So, I mean, it's a team game. You can't do it without them.
Thank you.
Big performance again today. How does that roll over to next week against North Greenville?
I mean, same thing, same preparation. I mean, we got one goal in mind, championship. So, we here to do it.
All right, that's it. Thanks, Justin.
Appreciate it.